Then I started menopause and the lump got bigger.
Preventing accelerated aging in postmenopausal skin is not just using enough anti-aging skincare products or even wearing enough sunscreen. Antioxidants such as retinols, resveratrol, vitamin E, niacinamide are all beneficial in preventing neutralizing the free radicals after the skin has been exposed to the free radicals. However, we're going to be discussing a key element in preventing free radicals before they cause oxidation on the skin, not fighting the free radicals after they have started to cause oxidation on the skin. Now, before I start hearing comments about what do I know about postmenopausal skin, I actually have postmenopausal skin. So I understand, I hear you when I read your comments saying that you find it annoying when you hear young women half your age talking about how to care for postmenopausal skincare, or a man talking about postmenopausal skin and how to take care of it. I actually have postmenopausal skin. I actually have experience caring for my own postmenopausal skin and for quite some time, and actually have treated thousands of women who have postmenopausal skin. And even though we all share common symptoms of what postmenopausal skin looks like and feels like, there are actual different protocols to treat different types of postmenopausal skin. Okay, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Christy and I have been professionally treating clients, thousands and thousands of clients for over 13 years now, especially in the areas of acne, hyperpigmentation, and other skin conditions, which can include postmenopausal skin, sensitive skin, rosacea, and other skin conditions. So everyone knows postmenopausal skin, due to the lack of estrogen, can become drier, duller, thinner, more sensitive, whether it's to ingredients or temperature, and become saggier. And the common solution is usually using antioxidants such as vitamin C, or using retin A, and using lots of sunscreen. However, I came across this paper that was talking about most of the antioxidants that they address in skincare is actually applying these antioxidants to neutralize the free radicals after they have actually started to cause damage onto our skin, and basically preventing and slowing it down. But there's one element in this paper that talks about, and it's actually also the element of if you have too much of this, where it can lead to diabetes and hypertension and other different diseases, but we're going to be focusing on the skin. And so we're going to be talking about that one key element that actually causes accelerated aging in postmenopausal skin. And those of you who are watching who are younger, you may be interested in this, so you can already start to take steps. So what do you think it is that causes the accelerated aging in postmenopausal skin? Put it in the comments below. Well, let's take a trip to the gym and I'll tell you what it is. Not literally this type of iron, but the iron, the mineral that we absorb in our bodies. In my last video, I talked about how if you are looking for a particular multivitamin and you're a woman who's over 50 or 40, if you've already hit postmenopausal there, why you should look for a multivitamin that's less in iron. Because menstruation and desquamation, which is the shedding of dead skin cells, are two important ways, or two major ways, that the humans expel iron from their bodies. A clinical study was done where they took
the biopsy.
biopsies of 6 pre-menopausal women and 6 post-menopausal women, and these were Caucasian women. Iron levels in the form of ferritin were 42% higher, and the total antioxidant activity level was actually 34% lower in the postmenopausal skin, ages 58.5 plus or minus 1.3 years of age, versus the premenopausal age, which was 41.6 plus or minus 1.7 years of age. The results indicated that iron levels seem to increase in postmenopausal skin, which may contribute to accelerated aging in the postmenopausal skin. In 2011, Dr. Huang, who wrote this paper, found that after menopause, the increased levels of iron actually increased the photoaging and aging of postmenopausal skin, as opposed to the well-known cause, which is the decreased level of estrogen. According to his white paper, his investigations led him to believe that the activity of the iron along with the UVA works together to stimulate the activity of collagenase 1. This is an enzyme that breaks down the collagen and the elastin that ultimately leads to the fine lines and wrinkles, the skin thinning, and skin damage. Let me see if I can try to explain it a little bit more clear. Let's say this sphere right here represents ferritin, and that is a protein that stores and releases iron when our body needs it. So inside the sphere, so just picture like a Whopper, the chocolate covered malt balls. So inside the sphere is where the iron is stored. The UVA causes the ferritin to break down, immediately releasing the free iron in the cells, which contributes to the formation of free radicals, which ultimately ages the skin. Whew, that was a challenge. Please let me know that you understood this, and if you're finding this information helpful, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing, and of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when our videos come up. So the dilemma or the challenge of anti-aging skincare ingredients is that they are limited because it works after the skin has been exposed to free radicals, and then it starts to neutralize those free radicals. So to help reduce the key factor in accelerated aging in postmenopausal skin, which is reducing the amount of iron in our bodies, is not only taking a multivitamin that doesn't have iron in it or reduced iron, introducing advanced skincare that actually helps remove the amount of iron that's on our skin, because remember, that's how iron is expelled, is through desquamation of our skin and menstruation. And so because postmenopausal women no longer menstruate, these ways are even more important to expel that iron from our bodies. Okay, so here's tip number 1. Tip number 1 is eating, of course, less foods that are rich in iron, such as red meat, or eating iron-rich foods such as red meat with foods that contain beta-carotene and vitamin C. So a popular food combination that a lot of people like to eat is beef with carrots and potatoes, or eating spinach with strawberries, because you get the iron from the spinach and then you also get the vitamin C from the strawberries, which actually increase iron absorption. That's important for women who are still menstruating, but not for postmenopausal women. Reduce your intake, or don't eat them at all, is avoid eating seafoods that are a little bit higher in iron, such as tuna and mackerel. In my other video where I talk about increasing vitamin D in the skin, I talk about eating more tuna or mackerel. So you have to assess which is more important to you and where you are in your life stage. And based on that, you can decide if you want to eat the tuna or the mackerel or just eat less of that, okay? Tip number 2 is, obviously I mentioned it before, is taking supplements or a multivitamin where it does not have iron or less iron, specifically meant for postmenopausal women. Okay, tip number 3 is reduce alcohol consumption. And if you are somebody who really loves to drink alcohol, maybe you can just switch to red wine. Because of the polyphenols in red wine, there are some trace elements that actually inhibit iron absorption. As well as, I know a lot of people like to drink it, is reduce your intake of coffee and tea. Especially matcha tea has, again, polyphenols that actually decrease the iron absorption. Or in my case, since I love to drink coffee and tea, I'm gonna have to just reduce my consumption. Here comes the not so easy adjustments. This tip actually has been shown to have the greatest effect in reducing ferritin levels in the body. And that is increasing the intensity and the duration of your workouts. So studies have shown the more intense your workouts are and the more times you do it during the week, at least 40 minutes per session, and at the very least 3 to 4 times a week, that has been shown to actually expel and reduce ferritin levels in the body. Or if you are not doing a regular workout, you can always start by just doing regular walking, 15, work up to 30 minutes, and ultimately up to 60 minutes a day, if you can. But again, always make sure to consult with your doctor first. Osteoporosis runs in both sides of my family. So I really started working hard, and it took me a while to get up to the point that I could do intense workouts. But I really did it to help prevent the onset of osteoporosis. Now, if intense workouts for long periods of time is just not something you can do, it's okay. So you can do some of the tips just with diet. If you're looking for a multivitamin that you want all the different benefits specifically created for women, then check out this video right here. And if you are using vitamin C and you're a postmenopausal woman, then make sure to stay tuned for a future video on what vitamin C does to the ferritin levels in your skin. Stay tuned, because remember, makeup is an art, skincare is a science.